but whoever it is, hear me and hear me closely. Whenever a man is not spending time with you, whenever a man is not really answering your calls, whenever he wants to go 24, 48, 72 hours straight without saying a single word to you or next to nothing to you, he's just like a little text message here or there. Whenever in the beginning to get you, he was all in. And if a man has this drastic shift in how much availability he has to you, and his whole reasoning is, well, I've been busy, I just ain't had no time. Let me correct what that means, just in case you were misunderstood. If a man is saying in that context, I've been too busy, I haven't had time, what he's really saying is, I've been too busy for you, and I haven't been willing to make time. I know that's not a comfortable message to hear, but I was just talking to my Self-Crown VIP member who asked that question. Her and a guy have been dating about 2.5 months. Of course, they're still in the honeymoon phase and all that kind of stuff, but even in the honeymoon phase, she started getting much less of him. Now, they started off quick, they started having sex quick. I'm not a big advocate against that, because sometimes a great relationship can still come even if you move fast, as long as you're spending that quality time, y'all on the same page, etc., but this ain't the case right here. Her and this dude was kicking it hard. They came in fast, and then boom, just as fast as they came in, he was shifting out. And his excuse kept being, I'm busy. Now she's talking to me, she's telling me, well, he has businesses, he's an entrepreneur, he's a single dad, he's blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, what was stopping him from being so busy in the beginning when he wanted your attention? I don't know if y'all ever dealt with that, a dude that would do everything to get your attention, and once he has it, he starts wasting it. He starts wasting your time, he starts wasting what you invested in him based on what he did to get your attention. So let me just give you a couple of reasons why a man will use that whole I'm too busy, so you can know which one is for you, because it don't always mean something horrible, it don't always mean something manipulative, but sometimes it does. So this is how you kind of discern and you know whether or not, or what action to take in order to protect your heart. The first reason why a guy's gonna give you that I'm too busy or I've been busy, I ain't had no time excuse is simply because, and this is the obvious one, you're not a priority. You're not a priority. So maybe it's you're not a priority. Maybe it's relationships, period, aren't a priority. You have to be very careful whether or not you and this man even hold the same values before you invest in him. How much does he really care to be in a relationship? And again, I say that because I don't want you to automatically personalize that you're unimportant as a person or whatever. Some guys, they honestly just don't think highly of being in a relationship. They think it's cool to have as a convenience. They think it's cool to have to tap into whenever they feel like it. Meanwhile, you may be over here knowing that a relationship is a big part of your life goals, and this is how you're going to achieve some of your goals. You're going to have a family business and you're going to create a legacy for your children. If you're there and he's just not there about being in a relationship, y'all on two different pages, that's not the man for you. Y'all are unequally yoked. Y'all have different values. So first reason why a man will give you that I'm too busy, you're not a priority, straight up. Men make time for whatever is a priority to them. The second reason why he'll give you that I'm too busy excuse is because he didn't have a plan to integrate you into his life. Now, this could be because he doesn't have a plan for his own life. And if a man doesn't have a plan for his own life, if a man is purposeless, there's no way he can integrate you into his purpose. You may be important. He may have emotions for you. He may have an attachment to you. He may care for you. He may even love you. But if he doesn't have a plan for his life, it's like a person that doesn't have a plan for their day. There's all kinds of things that are important. Kids are important, this is important, that's important, but they may just be impulsively going to whatever has their attention in the moment. So if you're dealing with a man who doesn't even have a purpose, first off, this is a red flag. If he doesn't have an established purpose, he can't have an established role that you could play in his life to help him achieve that purpose. He can't have an established investment into you to make sure that he cultivates the best version of you to help him achieve that purpose. So if you're dealing with a man that has no purpose, one, you're already setting yourself up. Now, the flip side to this, and it's very similar, so I'm not going to make it a whole different point, but that he may not know how to integrate you, or he's already decided he can't integrate you into his life, but he's still holding on. Now, this is when a man is still trying to get the benefits of being near you. He still wants to, physical. He still wants companionship, but he doesn't really see you being long-term in his life. Now, why would I say this? If a man starts to talk to you and deal with you, but he feels like, she ain't the one. But I like her, but she ain't the one. He may keep you around as he tries to figure out who is the one for him. Or if a man is just trying to get on his feet, he may try to use you to build him up. Something that benefits him, but he doesn't have a long term. So what's going to happen here is there are going to be certain spaces that will be great for his person, for his soulmate, for his one, for his wife to be. Like, there's certain spaces that you're not allowed in because he doesn't really have plans on integrating you into his life. Even if things are going crazy and it's just, oh my gosh, I got so many projects at work. Let me tell you what happens whenever a man's life gets hectic. What we do is we go to our comforts. Now, some men have coping mechanisms and some men simply have comforts. This is my safe space. So if you're not that person for him, and emphasis on for him, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. Don't get that twisted. But if he hasn't established that you're his safe space or a part of his comfort, you're a part of how he recharges, a part of how he gains clarity with the world, you're going to get that quick the moment he gets busy, the moment he gets overwhelmed. What do men do whenever life is crazy? They want to play the video game, they want to drink, they want to do this, that, and the other. Now, some of this stuff is definitely destructive, especially if he overindulges. But then you have men who are on the evolved side and they'll go to therapy. They have a group of mentors, accountability partners. They want to go to church. They want to go into prayer and meditation. And they also want to go to their woman who is their safe space. So the question you can ask yourself is, okay, cool. Like, you like me, but clearly I'm not like that to you. Don't get it twisted. There are men who go inward, but I'm talking about if you get a certain week or a couple of days straight and you can't get access to that man, more than likely, he is not, one, it's for sure, not more than likely, it's a definite, he's not integrating you into some aspect of his life. Now, the reason why is something that you have to discern. Now, the next reason why a man's going to give you that, I'm too busy, or I'm going to just let you know what it means. It means that he's keeping you out of something that he knows he's doing wrong. He's keeping you away from it. He doesn't want your judgment. He knows that's going to be the reason why he loses you. And this is why it's funny when guys be like, oh, women can't handle the truth. Now, women can handle the truth. We just try to define handling the truth by it needs to benefit us or be comfortable with us. But anyway, when a man has something to hide, he's hiding a family, he's hiding children, he's hiding a whole nother woman, he's hiding a life of crime, he's hiding bad finances. You know, some men will do this to you and they getting evicted out of their place or their car getting repossessed and they can't move around no more. So if a guy is hiding something from you, he'll give you that, I'm too busy. Oh, no, I just been busy. Yeah, he's been busy trying to put the fire out on his house. Like things are falling apart. And that shame is there. Now, why is the shame there? Is it just ego? Possibly. Or could it be something that he's actually done wrong? Like something he's actually hiding that's an infraction? Or he's trying to just, sort out whether or not he still wants to be over in this other person's life, but not lose you while he sorts it out, just in case that doesn't work out. Either way it goes, you're kind of being a placeholder here, if that's the situation. Either being a placeholder or you're setting yourself up to get betrayed in some shape, form, or fashion. The trust is not being built. The trust is not being supported. And you have to be very careful. I tell women this all the time, like, don't think about necessarily what you see in that man. What does he see in you? That should be the first. What does he see in you? Does he have the capacity to see who you truly are? If he can't see who you truly are, he can't choose who you truly are to be in his life. And then you'll have that man that's playing kind of a double dutch, you know what I'm saying? He'll not be sure if he's going to be here or be there because he can't even see who you are. He can't value who you are. And a confused man is a double-minded man. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's biblical. Now, I'm going to tell you what it means whenever a man says that he's been too busy. The last reason. The last reason a man is going to tell you that is because he's on his way out, but he's reverse breadcrumbing. Now, for those who don't know what breadcrumbing is, it's when a person will give you just enough to keep you holding on. Just enough attention, just enough responses, just enough conversation, just enough. Whatever's just enough, but not enough to actually fulfill you. Not their best, not what your needs actually are. In fact, if they notice that you start to kind of leave out, they'll love bomb you back in just to kind of drip and breadcrumb all over again. They always leave you hungry, constantly chasing after them. That's what breadcrumbing is. Okay? Reverse breadcrumbing. Some of y'all have been through this. Put I down in the chat if you have. When a man is with you and everything is going great, but then he starts taking a little Little by little, he starts taking himself away. He starts taking away the conversation. He starts kind of spacing out how long it takes for him to respond to your text messages and your calls. Like, it's little by little, he's decreasing his presence in your life. Just enough for you to stop expecting the same amount of presence from him, right? That's reverse breadcrumbing. Put I down in the chat if you've ever experienced this. Somebody put I down in the chat if you've had a guy kind of back away, soft launching his exit, so to speak. Because he doesn't want this big blow up if he was to say, hey, look, I've had a change of heart. This ain't going the way I wanted to go. Whatever the case may be, why he wants to exit. A lot of times this is meant to preserve the bridge. And I say this, if somebody's trying to save the bridge, but break your heart, burn that bridge. Flame it. I'm talking about flamethrower, wrecking ball. Send a meteor toward that bridge. If somebody's trying to preserve the bridge while tiptoeing out of your life, but they want to kind of condition you to expect less of them so that at some point they can kind of explain their way out of it and maybe have another chance to come back and waste your time all over again, that's a disrespect. That's a blatant slap in the face. Burn the bridge. Don't wait around for what the excuse is or the explanation is. This is why it's very important that you don't give other people keys to your closure. You have to be able to give yourself closure over guys like this who want to leave things open-ended. But all of this is a result of, and I've said this before, but an emotionally immature man. This is a man who doesn't have the gall to say what's on his mind and mean what he says. He's selfish in the sense that he doesn't want to lose you, but he's not willing to fully apply himself, or he's ignorant to what he needs at this point in his life, so he can't integrate you in any beneficial or secure way for you. He can't make security a part of the full package in his love. He can maybe give you the emotion, but can't give you the protection. And only a truly evolved man can give you any of these things. Like when I tell y'all about self-love and this, that, it ain't just for y'all. Self-love is also for men who do the work before they get into a relationship with anybody else. Or at least they do the work while they're in a relationship with somebody else. They take accountability. They don't blame somebody else. They don't just ruin other people without trying to progress themselves. But you have to deal with an evolved man. Otherwise, you're not holding him accountable to any set of principles. You hold him accountable to how you feel. And he may not even care how you feel because he don't have the capacity to, because he's so emotionally immature himself. Now, if that type of emotionally immature man is very familiar to you, and you feel like, you know what, I've been waiting for an evolved man, but I'm not coming across these guys. Let me tell you something, evolved men are out here, and they're looking for women who are equally yoked with them. All you have to do is know how to attract them into your life. And if you don't know how to, I went in for over an hour on my free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. Strategies that have already worked for thousands of women who have watched the class. That's why I made it free, even though I charged tens of thousands of dollars for this type of information in the past. But if you want to get access to that masterclass now before it comes down, click the link that you see pinned right here in the chat. Click that link. It's pinned right there. My moderator's already pinned it from my page. It's also in the caption whenever you back out. Get access to that masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You, so you can stop repeating the same pattern of dealing with these guys who cannot hang with you on a mental, emotional level because they have not prepared for you the same way you have prepared yourself for somebody else who's on the same level as you. But back to what I was saying. Whenever you deal with a guy who's giving you that whole, oh, I've been busy, I'm just so busy, I'm just so busy. No. The for you is silent. It don't really matter what the reason is. If you got capacity and availability and a priority on this thing and he doesn't, you setting yourself up to be hurt by even continuing to entertain him. Stop entertaining men who have not made the space in their life that you've made for them. But those are just my thoughts. If you got something from this, share this for somebody else in your timeline who could also be blessed by this message. And if you're in the market for an evolved man, click the link that you see pinned right here. That link is going to get you access to my free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. If that's something that you feel like you're ready for or you want to get ready for. Again, that's that right here in this link, right here. This link, go ahead and click it. Go ahead and click it. After you share this, click it. Or the caption has it as well. I'll let y'all lady, y'all be good.